Hello, it's Jeanie, and it is day 4 of the money game, and I am so excited because we've got a really big, cool subject to go over today. And I want you to know that we're walking this path together, and I've had such great feedback from people. So what I want to tell you is yesterday, one of my dear friends, and he has been a friend of the family forever. He is really smart. He's multilingual. He speaks lots of languages. He's highly educated. And he has been watching day 1, 2, and 3 videos. And first of all, he said, I can't wait to see your landscaping in your backyard. And I went, yeah, I love that. And because he's been here before. And then he said, I'm a little confused. He said, you know, you're telling people to go out and spend all this money, but what about people who've lost their jobs or need to put money back in this uncertain time? And do you really have $465,000 of discretionary income this month? And I had to ask myself, do I? Because if I say so, yeah. And this is a game. So there are people who are hanging out and on this money game, and they are having so much fun. They're taking the money in. Today we're going to deposit $4,000 into our virtual bank account. That's what I was telling him. On day 1, I said we're going to set up our virtual bank account with a universal bank of unlimited resources, and we're going to put money in increasing increments every day, and we're going to spend it all because it is a game to build up our financial muscle and doing things differently. So some people are doing this. I talked to someone this morning and she said, I can't wait till day 9. I've got $9,000 coming in that day and I'm going to build a new fence. I went, oh, that's cool. So have you researched what kind of fence you want? And she was like, oh, well, you know, I haven't actually. And I said, well, we'll do that. Make it real. And so I invite you to whatever you're thinking about, make it real. Somebody asked me the other day, she said, I've got champagne taste today on a beer budget. Can I borrow some of the next couple of days and use it today? And I went, absolutely not, because that is that old boom and bust, debt, lack, and limitation. So you do it now, but you got to hang it over your head because the next couple of days you don't have anything coming in and you know you're in debt and you got to dig yourself out of the hole. So nope, play the game every day and increasing $1,000. So I was thinking about how real this is. And when I have money go into my bank account, my regular bank account, I don't ever see the money. Nobody shows up with a box of money. I don't see dollar bills. I see little blips. I see little electronic entries that the bank makes and that I pull out and my creditors pull out, whatever, and I spend and I invest or whatever it is that I'm doing. But I don't see money. Even if someone gives me a check, I don't see money, I see paper. And so I endorse it, I take a picture of it, I deposit it electronically, and it's gone. So just because you're not seeing a box of money, that doesn't mean anything. There are some people who have had a real hard time spending everything in a day. And now they're catching up and they're going, oh my gosh, this is fun. I just needed to give myself permission to get into this and know that I'm worthy. I have some other people who are just hanging out. They haven't done it yet. They're all ready. They've got everything ready. They've got their little pen and they've got their journal and they've got their cup of coffee or whatever it is, but they haven't done it yet. And why? Because at a soul level, they know this is real and it is transformative. Way back in the day, and you may not remember this, you may be too young, but way back in the day, cassette tapes came out and they were made available to the public. And so 3M Corporation had a tape called Memorex. And their tagline for their advertising was, is it live or is it Memorex? And they took a video of a very fragile crystal glass with an opera singer hitting high C, and she held that note and it shattered the glass. And that was impressive. And then they showed that they had a recording of it. The same thing. They had taken this opera singer, they had her recorded, so they played the recording next to a glass and it shattered the glass. So their question was, is it live or is it Memorex? And I'm asking you, is this live for you? Is this game live for you? Or is it Memorex? And it doesn't really matter. I'm inviting you to change your ways of being. I posted a video by Dr. Bruce Lipton, who is a cellular biologist, the other day, and he talked about why poor people tend to stay poor all of their lives because of how they have been indoctrinated in the first 7 years of their life. And he said, you can change that either through hypnosis or through repetition. So that's why we're doing this for 30 days. It is a process. We're building muscle. We are taking the steps, and we are repeating this action every day. There was a study that was done years ago that involved basketball players. And what they did is they took 3 groups. One was a group that would go out and practice basketball 20 minutes a day. The other group would sit and imagine and feel playing basketball 20 minutes a day. And then there was a control group that didn't do anything. So they tested their skills after this test period. And it turned out that the people who were playing basketball and the ones who were imagining playing basketball were equal. Now, sink in with that. Imagining, and the results were the same. Now, the control group, of course, there was no change because they weren't doing anything. So I'm telling you, as you build your muscle, as you build your financial muscle, as you begin to grow and expand, I'm going to reach for my little journal here and put the money in every day, building up to the amount that you're going to build up to at the end of this month. You are truly changing your reality. And is it live or is it the money game? And I'm telling you, we won't be able to tell the difference. In fact, my husband said, I told him I was coming out here to the cottage to do this recording. And he said, so how much money are you going to spend today? And I said, $4,000. And he said, I thought you were going to spend some real money. And he meant like it was not a lot of money. And I mean, this is Mr. Check ledger here. This is, you look up spreadsheet in the dictionary and his pictures there. So I just loved it that he's playing along and supporting me. So today, day 4, and I know you can't see this. I know it's real low tech. I deposited $4,000. And I decided to use $2,500 to replace the shed out back. We have several areas, and there is an old shed that when we bought this place, they had goats back there, and they had goat feed and stuff. And Joe parks his John Deere riding lawnmower, and it needs to be done. So I put $2,500, have someone take it down and rebuild it. And then I have a sister who lost her husband, and because of his illness, they had a lot of home repairs. And so she's struggling. So I've decided to help her out with $1,500 toward her home repairs. So $2,500 and $1,500 is $4,000. And I don't know if you can see this, but I write, thank you, God. I am spending $4,000 today. And it makes me feel so good. So I invite you, make it real. Pay attention to how you feel about it. Is there resistance? Do you really believe that you can do this, that you can change your reality by repetition? Please share with us. And then for those of you who have friends who are not on Facebook, I do have a new YouTube channel. It's Jeanie King, and you can just go there. All of these are uploaded every day. I would invite you to share, to like, to subscribe, and to hit the notifications bell so that you'll be notified each time a new video is uploaded. Have a fabulous day. Go spend that money. Tell us what's going on. I love y'all, and I thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.